Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Chesapeake Bay crackers sounded a little different as I was talking to my coworker Delmer Coolers. Welcome to Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone. It's Thursday, not Wednesday. Whole ride to work, driving to work, cruising on 61 in the dad van, listening to Bill Simmons' podcast. He has Kevin Costner on his podcast. I love Kevin Costner and love Field of Dreams. Thinking it's Wednesday the whole time. I'm glad it's Thursday. I didn't want to do Wednesday over again unless this is Groundhog's Day and I'm Bill Murray and today is Wednesday. But I'm pretty sure it says right on the screen right here, right about there. Yeah, 7:25. So that means it's Thursday. Good to be with you. Wow, yesterday was a lot of fun, though. And a big softball game took place. It was a battle for sure between two area teams. The Louisa Muscatine Falcons took on the West Liberty Comets in the second round of the state tournament for Class 3A. And the Falcons were victorious. You can see one of the celebratory pictures right there. Katie, is it Copy or Kepi? I said her name wrong when she was here. Katie hit a home run, number 10. Teammates celebrating, and L&M advancing to play in the state championship game for Class 3A softball tomorrow, Friday, against Assumption. Now, that's a big game. You can watch it live, I believe, also on IPTV, Iowa Public Television. You can stream it online. That's how I was following the game yesterday. Fun little graphic I saw on one of the L&M pages. Last year, L&M made the state tournament for the first time, kind of a Cinderella season. They won the state championship, and they look to repeat that this year in Class 3A. And if they are successful, you'll probably see them back on this show with some more hardware like they did last year. So good luck to the Falcons. Yesterday afternoon, I got out and about for a little bit. We've been doing this thing where we are kablooming people, and we're encouraging you to kabloom individuals or businesses, organizations. Pick up a dozen roses from Hy-Vee Floral for $10 and give them to somebody that you think deserves it. So one of the stops that I made was MCSA and pictured our Judy Yates and Jenny Learness. Judy runs the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. She's worked there for 20 years, I think. It was also Judy's birthday yesterday. I didn't know that until I got to MCSA, so happy belated birthday to Judy. Jenny works at MCSA, and it was great to see both of them. And I heard some good news about the MCSA fireworks tent that was in our parking lot. And I don't want to make this announcement, but a substantial amount of money raised once again for MCSA, so thank you, and we'll keep you posted on that. Another place I went was the police station, fire department, Muscom, and a few more stops along the way today. I plan on getting out. And I hope that you'll consider kablooming someone. So it's easy to do. Get a dozen roses for $10 and then kabloom them. Show up. Kind of a surprise. Use the hashtag kabloom. Is it a surprise when you bring roses to the fire department? A little bit. Do they go, "What are you here for?" And I'm like, listen, I'm not totally shifty, but it's Tony from Hy-Vee. I got these flowers, and I'm going to leave them right here. I'm going to put them right here. So I also think that if I shaved my goatee and I just had a mustache, I could work at the fire department because the guy working had a sweet stash. Seriously, it was an awesome mustache. Two more things really quick, and then we'll get started. The College Search Kickoff Soccer Tournament officially, I guess, kind of gets underway today with several hundred soccer players and the coaches and their families coming to Muscatine. We're excited to host the College Search Soccer Tournament. We've got the great facilities, of course, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So what you'll notice is downtown Muscatine, all the hotels, a lot of the restaurants will be popping. Don't be surprised if you see people in uniforms and shin guards or shin pads, whatever they're called. Obviously, I played a lot of soccer, a little bit. I was a stopper and a sweeper. I don't know if those are positions that are still valid anymore. I was next to the goalie, kind of, because I didn't want to run a lot. So that was my experience with soccer. But we're excited to have the College Search Tournament here, and it's a good boom for Muscatine. We talk about the hotel-motel tax, and that's a big deal. And anytime you can host a couple hundred or nearly 1,000 or so people, they're going to stay at your hotels, they're going to support your businesses, and it's a nice shot in the arm for the local economy, so we're happy to have them here. All right, I think that's going to be it for now because our guests are patiently waiting, and we're going to talk to them, and I'm excited to have them back on the show. This is not their first rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn Sturms-Dodds is here, and Dana Miller with CBI Bank and Trust. Both of you are in, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, the downtown, the big bank location. Do we have an official name? Is it just downtown? What do you call it, Dawn? What do you call it?
The downtown location.
Downtown location, everybody. You did, and I'm just thinking, because I'm downtown often, you guys, did you move the ATM
We did.
that was in the lot? Where did it go? Did Bob just put it in his office? How do I find that ATM now? Because I saw it was there one day, and then I saw some guys working, and did it kind of get moved around the corner or what?
So now it's connected to
Okay.
our regular drive-through.
That makes sense. I just saw that happen, and I was like, I wonder where it's going, right? It's one of those things you're like, I'm not really sure what's happening, but I'll wait till I have the ladies on to ask them. All right, so the real estate market, because you're both dealing with mortgages and helping people get into their home, whether it's first-time home buyers, somebody's second or third house, or refinancing, and I definitely want to talk about refinancing.
Right.
But we start with the process of the mortgage market in Muscatine, the housing market feels really healthy. It seems like houses are still being bought and sold at breakneck speeds. It's not slowing down. And I wonder, like, the first steps that someone should take before they, reach out to that realtor and go look. They kind of need to know where they stand, right? So that pre-approval process, how long does that take? And is that something that they need to do in person with y'all at CBI, or what would you recommend? Whoever wants to answer it.
Well, there's 3 ways you can get started. We have our online link. Dawn and I each have our own online link, or you can go to our website and fill out, just click on the link, and
Sure.
It'll take you to the application. You can give us a call or stop in. The best way to do it, though, is to definitely either get your application done online or give us a call and make an appointment, but we do take walk-ins as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
I told the ladies before we started, I said a friend of mine kind of put the cart before the horse, went and looked at a house. That fly is
Right.
back. We gotta get that fly out of here. Stalking us. A friend of mine went and looked at some houses and didn't know where they stood as far as how much they could be pre-approved for, but it only seems like, Dawn, it makes sense to know where you're at. So if you're going to be pre-approved for $100 or $200 or $300 or $400,000,
Right.
and then you go look, right? Because
Right.
you don't want to waste anybody's time if you're looking at something that you can't afford.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. You always want to
Sure.
get pre-approved. That way you know exactly how much you can actually offer.
Right.
Right now, the market, there's not a lot of inventory out there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you find a house that you really like, and it's someone else wants to make another offer, you want to know if you can go up in that price or not. In that pre-approval, we can tell you, your max is this limit. So
Yeah.
definitely come and get pre-approved before you're out looking even.
And then the process is easy after that, it seems like. Then you go look, find something, and then you start right, like what Dawn was saying. I mean, these houses, it's just like that. You got to be ready. So
Yes.
if you're thinking about it, and I don't, one of the terms in real estate sometimes is like a bubble, and it doesn't seem like the bubble is going to burst. Like realtors are kind of riding this wave, and lenders are busy. Both have commented about having to work kind of late and help people, which is awesome, that customer service at CBI Bank and Trust. So, but it still seems like you shouldn't wait. People shouldn't wait, right? Because the last thing you want to have them do is wait even a month with how quickly things can change, and all of a sudden interest rates are creeping back up, or the market slows down. I mean, that's not what you want to have happen. Nor does anybody want to move in the winter, right? And that'll be here before we know it.
That will be.
With respects to mortgage rates, are they still holding steady? I mean, they seem like they've been pretty low the last couple months.
They are holding steady and staying low. I would say anyone that has any interest rate above a 4% should call Dana or myself, and even look at refinancing right now. We've been busy with just even doing refinances. 6 months ago, we had to lock people in at close to 5%, 4.875. So those guys should definitely be calling and seeing about a refinance right now even.
Okay, so explain it to me, and for the folks at home, I don't assume that everybody is familiar with refinancing a home. So do they have to have been in the house for a certain amount of time? I mean, obviously, I guess in layman's terms, for me, it would seem like you bought a house, maybe it was 2 or 3 years ago, and your interest rate, kind of like what you alluded to, was maybe a 5% or 6%. and now you feel like you could get a lower rate. So how long does that take? Because again, this isn't anything that I've personally gone through. Is this a longer process or what?
It's not a longer process,
Okay.
no. If you have a higher interest rate or, again, anything above 4 right now, give us a call. We'll fill out the application just like you would doing a pre-qualification to purchase a new home. Same application, and then same process. You have to have a new appraisal done. You still have some closing costs, but usually the interest that you're going to save over the life of the loan is well worth whatever costs that are associated with doing the refinance.
Sure.
And you do not have, you could buy a house tomorrow, and then in a month from now, you can refinance if you want to.
I didn't know that. Okay.
You can't do a cash out refinance until you've had it for a longer period of time, but
Sure.
for just a straight refinance for a lower interest rate, you could do that right away if you wanted to.
It seems like you both have such rewarding jobs. Again, you're helping people that, I mean, it's the ultimate, right, is buying a house.
Right.
Regardless of where they're at in life, if they're 19 or 49, it doesn't matter how old you are. It's a great moment, and you get to share in a lot of joy.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work, but I imagine that you both have been incredibly busy the last
have.
couple of months, right? Like,
Yes.
with the market being as healthy, I mean, it all kind of works hand in hand. If the mortgage rates are in a good spot, the real estate market's hot, everybody is constantly at closing, so
Right.
refinancing.
Yes.
So that's where you get some of these longer hours. But
Yeah.
just talk about that, Dana. Maybe for you, some of the, taking care of your customers. Again, whether it's the first time you've met them or it's their second or third house, you have to feel really good about what you get to do, right?
Definitely, it's very rewarding. I do love helping people in the mortgage business. You get to help your first-time home buyers when they're first starting off, which is super rewarding to the ones that's been in their home a while. Maybe they have some debt they want to refinance and get the interest lower, or maybe they want to build onto their home
Sure.
or remodel their home. So every aspect of the mortgage business is so rewarding to help people every day. So
Yeah, and Dawn, again, it's those relationships, right? I mean, you
Oh,
really
for
get
sure.
to make friends, and I'm sure the referral business is great when you help somebody for that first time, that second time, and then in the meanwhile you've had their friends and family coming through because they know that that person had a good experience, right?
Absolutely. Word of mouth has been huge for both Dana and I, and as far as our referrals. Customers do have good experiences with us.
Sure.
And, they will go tell their family friends, so tell their realtor, God, they did a great job. I definitely recommend them. We hear that a lot, and
Sure.
we're proud of that. We work well as a team together too, and with our realtors and the insurance companies, and so we do have a good referral source out there for us.
What's impressed me is, in the short amount of time that I've gotten to know quite a few people from CBI Bank and Trust, it seems like there's a lot of consistency, like not a lot of moving parts with respect to people leaving. So it seems like, and this isn't really dealing with, coming in and getting a mortgage, but the culture feels healthy. Everybody seems to work well together. Certainly, I talk to the folks with the super bank here at Hy-Vee every day, right? I see them and they're super nice. But that also has to be a big part of it, right? And it starts at the top with people like Bob, and we love Bob Howard. Hopefully he's watching in his office right now, or on the golf course, Bobby. He hasn't invited me to play golf. Isn't that rude?
Oh, that is rude.
Yeah.
We'll have to get on.
I mean, I have the CBI Bank and Trust golf balls,
Oh.
but I could drive his golf cart. I also don't own golf clubs, so Bob, I need golf clubs as well. But just
try
talk
to
about
hook
that, right? Like you both, and I don't know how long both of you have been there, but I mean, it seems like a great place to be because it's always busy and every day is different. It doesn't seem like it's ever really slow in your world, right?
It's not usually
Yeah.
very slow, no.
That's good.
And we have been there a long time. I've been there over 7 years now.
That's awesome.
Not a lot of turnover. I mean, it's the same faces that you see, which is nice. I mean, there's some people that I'm now working on their fourth mortgage because they'll either buy or refinance or, upgrade, downgrade.
Sure.
So that's been kind of nice, is seeing those repeat customers come back after all these years.
And the technology, again, that's always part of it, right? It seems like with respects to banking and mortgages, we're always trying to make it easier, more convenient for customers. What I appreciate about Muscatine, and definitely where most of the CBI Bank and Trust locations are, there are those community folks, the community feeling. Like you want to, when you go to, you want to talk to people in person, just as much as you got the great website and an app. And the technology is there. It is about those face-to-face interactions. But then at the same time, I know it's important for everybody at CBI to not, to be right there when new technology rolls out. So I wonder, and if we look at the last 7 years or 7 to 10 years, technology's probably made your lives a lot easier. And have you heard of anything that's going to come down the pike maybe in the mortgage business? Like, is there the next, I don't even know how you can make it more convenient at this point. But it seems like that's got to be a big part of what you're doing is, continuing to learn, right?
Right.
Learn about when the tech rolls out so that you can tell people, yeah, you know what, it is safe to apply online.
Yeah.
Here's how I know that.
Yes, it is safe to apply online. And I think the newest thing has been our e-sign documents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now when people do their mortgage loan with us, normally they have to come in and sign about 30 pages of loan disclosures, and now we can actually email them to you and e-sign, and you're literally just like clicking the button and done. I mean,
awesome.
it's very fast, and
Yeah.
that's been fairly new to us.
Sure. And again, that's also part of the job, is having to learn and make sure that you understand all of this in addition to taking care of people at the same time. So a very busy time of the year. And again, it doesn't seem like nobody wants to forecast slowing down, but again, if it's you, right? I mean, don't wait. Don't hesitate to at least have a conversation, right?
Absolutely.
That doesn't cost you anything to reach out to Dan or Dawn and talk about it and ask these questions, right? And understand that, you don't want to miss out on locking in a nice interest rate.
Absolutely.
Or, getting that house of your dreams. And we know that the inventory in Muscatine, right? We need more houses for sure. So at the same token, for people that are looking to sell, like, I'm sure all the realtors are like, yes, this is the time, right?
It is the time.
And I know that that's, we haven't really talked about that in any of the visits, but you certainly both work really well with the local realtors, have good relationships with them, and you make the process of the closing as smooth as possible. And it's got to be nice. You've probably seen all the realtors. How many days a week are you doing closings? Is it like 4?
This week, every day.
Every day.
But not every week is like
Yeah.
that. But this week is busy. This week and next week, we are slammed with closings, which is
Unbelievable.
awesome.
Yeah. One of the things that CBI does well, for sure, connected to the community, gives back. Again, you both have had a lot of opportunities to get out, volunteer. The bank is super involved. Things like Second Saturday, Almost Friday Fest is tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, they understand that you have to be really invested in your community. Muskie Mania, donating back to the schools. So that's all part of that, feeling good about where you work, because you can look and say, well, here's what we did. And it's not about patting yourself on the back, but I mean, it's worth recognizing, right?
Yes,
sure.
I mean, there's a lot of places, CBI Bank and Trust being one of them, that give and continue to, and I'll happily say that to people because it's worth noting. And then how about things like the Ambassador Club? Like, that looks cool. They just go do fun stuff.
Yeah, they do. Do
Sign me up. Do they need an ambassador to the Ambassador Club? Like, look at that. They're just going on trips and stuff. So yeah, I mean, you have to appreciate the fact that it's a very active place to work again, and getting out and sponsoring things. And this community is amazing. Various fundraisers, and people ask a lot, and it seems like at CBI the answer is never no, right? I mean, there's always ways to.
If we can help, we'll help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. And that's a
Yeah.
good approach, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still waiting on that CBI Bank and Trust fanny pack, but that's a good idea, right? You should totally do that. Listen, you get a mortgage and you get a sweet fanny pack to put your new house keys in.
We'll have to talk to our
Yeah,
marketing
definitely.
group.
Listen,
on that.
John Moravec, how much are fanny packs? I mean, how much are we talking about for a cost here? It can't be that much. Right there, good example. Sponsored things like the Washington County Fair, right? CBI Bank and Trust in all the various locations really does a fantastic job. Did that say $5,000 to the Washington County Fair? That's fantastic. Holy smokes. Is that what that said? Jeez Louise, look at that.
Wow.
Wow, that's a big deal. All right, so I guess in closing, if you're looking to refi, for sure, maybe that's a conversation that you've been having, and you can save yourself some money, because that's what happens ultimately. If you can refinance and you go from maybe a higher interest rate to a lower, how much it's saving people a lot. Right?
Yeah, I just did a closing yesterday with a gentleman doing a refinance, and we're going to save him $187 a month.
Jeez.
And he only purchased the home in January, so rates
Okay.
were higher then.
He bought the house in January 2019.
Correct.
Refied it, and he's saving $187 a month.
Yes.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I mean, for that much money, you could like get a cell phone.
Which
about these cell phone
which is
bills.
why the closing costs
Right.
are really nothing in comparison to
Oh
that
my
kind of savings
gosh,
per month
Dawn,
on a 30-year mortgage. So
$187 a month. That, I mean,
just
that
say- yeah.
changed that guy's life. Right? And that's just one of the many examples of what y'all get to experience
yeah.
in your job is helping people. Wow, that is something else. $187. And you, again, before the show started, I asked you guys going to Almost Friday Fest, and you're like, after we take care of people. So
As soon as we can get off work.
I was going to say, the fact that you're both here now, again, we're doing this show in the morning, it's just like a little bit ahead of 9 a.m. It's
Yeah.
like you got to get done and just run down to the bank and get to it, I guess.
That's where we're headed. Come see us.
No, listen, it's a good time for sure, and we want you to reach out to the team at CBI Bank and Trust and just ask those questions. And if it's the right time for you, I tell you what, it could be. I mean, how quickly can the mortgage rates change for the folks at home? I mean, is it like, could it be different in a week, or is it like a month, or what's realistic as far as? I'm not trying to like create fear or anything. I just know that this is something that can happen quickly, right?
They could change overnight. I mean,
Okay, I didn't
you
know
never
that.
really know, but
Wow.
it's not. We're not really forecasting it
Sure.
to be that much different this summer. The feds keep saying the rates are going to stay low.
Sure.
So far, it seems to be doing that, but it could change at any time.
Overnight, Dawn, that's terrifying.
It
I thought
can.
we'd at least have
You
like
better
a
come
day
in
or
now.
two.
You gotta
Yeah,
come right
on
now.
Listen, I mean,
You never know.
that's too quick.
We'll see you this afternoon.
I
Get in.
guess, yeah. I mean, maybe you need to make sure that that's terrifying that it could go that quick. But I mean, it's
They
good to
can.
know. I mean, these are things that I don't know, and that's why you have the experts on that can help you out. And if you're that person, and you know you bought the house and the interest rate was higher, but you know that they're lower, you owe it to yourself. That guy, $187.
Yeah.
That's such a great example. I mean, you
Yeah.
sat here with a customer that was able to close on her house for less than $5. Remember that?
Yes,
That was
yes,
unbelievable.
yeah.
And now, Dawn just said yesterday, refied a house for a guy, $187 a month in savings. So the proof is in the pudding.
Yes.
It's worth, again, exploring your options. You owe it to yourself. Please.
Absolutely.
Contact info on the screen, 301 Iowa Avenue, downtown Muscatine. Email address, phone number. I saw that Dawn had a fax number down there. I'm gonna fax you stuff. Look at that. There's a fax number, right?
There is a fax
You got a
number.
fax number. That's
At
sweet.
least my office is on there too. That's good.
Call the fax number. You're going to get that weird sound. Don't do that. Thank you both for being here. I appreciate what you do. And again, the fact that you're able to help people every day and stay late and go the extra mile, it says a lot. And what a great time to be in the business that you're in.
Yeah.
Because it is not slowing down, right?
Nope, we're having fun.
Yeah.
It is an absolute party. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much
I
for
hope
having
to do
us.
see you at Almost Friday Fest.
Yes, we'll
if
try
you
to
can
get down
out
there.
of work early enough.
We'll see how busy we get
Please, I was
today.
gonna say, you might be inundated with people that are like, I want to save $187 a month.
I'm coming today.
Squeeze me in. Maybe you could just have a mobile setup at Almost Friday Fest.
That's a good idea.
That's an idea.
I have all the good ideas. Bob, here's the thing. They need a CBI Bank and Trust golf cart that's got some type of connectivity so that they can do
Or a
mortgage
laptop.
refi. Yeah. Yeah, Bob. Look, there's Bob right there. Probably got Wi-Fi on that golf cart. I think we can make that happen. All right, very good. All the locations, CBI Bank and Trust will take care of you from downtown to right here in your Hy-Vee. And just have that conversation. You owe it to yourself,
Yes.
that's for sure. And it does smell really good in the store.
It does.
They're baking something back there. This whole time we've been talking, I'm just like,
Yeah, we better
oh
go
my
now.
gosh, I don't know what they're doing. It just smells like carbs back there.
It does. Big
All right,
carbs.
there's the website, mobile app, on social media. Reach out. A lot of ways to do it. All right, let's go to the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam if we could, which is looking at some candy. Perfect. We go from talking about smelling baked goods and carbs to candy. Hey, but that candy's got a fuel saver, y'all. 2 for $4 with a 2-cent fuel saver. I'm excited. I think I'm near 50 cents off per gallon on my fuel saver, which is awesome. Again, if you don't have to pay full price at the pump, you shouldn't. I'm not even good at math, but I know that if you can shop at a place that saves you money, thank you, ladies, I appreciate it. You should do just that. Get your fuel saver, and we'll get you taken care of. Kara, come on over. We'll get you ready to roll. We're going to keep the show moving in just a minute. We're going to talk to Hy-Vee dietitian Kara Ziegman. She's got plant-based cooking coming up today at noon, which is always a lot of fun. Thank you. I don't know what they're baking, but it smells really good. We're always willing to have samples. I mean, I don't know if we need to remind the bakery that we can always have samples on the show. I mean, we're always willing to take one for the proverbial team if you'll have it. So, yeah, Chad, I tell you what, let's talk to Kara, and then we'll go cart cam. What do you think? We'll talk to Kara, and then we're going to go on a little trip with the cart cam. All right, very good. So, yeah, feels good. Excited that it's Thursday.
Oh, it is.
I know, Kara, the whole ride to work, I thought it was Wednesday again for some reason. I just thought, I was out last Monday, and I thought, usually if you're out a day unexpectedly, you think that the following week when you work a full 5 days is going to be longer, but it's gone by really quick. Kara Zigeman, Hy-Vee dietitian, back on the show. Good to see you. Today, so we're doing this show live right now at this minute. It is 9 a.m., almost on the dot.
Yeah.
And coming up at noon today is another one of the plant-based cooking classes.
Yep.
These have exploded over the last few months. A lot of people coming out, and it's great. So it happens at noon in the club room here at the store. And what can folks expect for today's plant-based cooking?
Well, today it's great. So today we are having, oh my gosh, eggplant meatballs.
Whoa.
So I've never had eggplant meatballs, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to try them. I think we're going to serve them over quinoa.
Quinoa. Yes. Oh,
yeah.
my. I like quinoa.
And then some marinated grilled vegetables.
Yeah.
Yep, like that. And then also...
Wow, those look really good, don't they?
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh my
Makes
gosh.
you hungry.
I don't want to miss the class again this month.
Yeah,
we
we missed
last
you.
month.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
You missed a good class. That was picnics in July. In June, yeah. We're
Darn
in
it.
July. See, I'm always thinking
Eggplant
we're August.
meatballs. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we talk about plant-based, and like everything always tastes good. Also, so I didn't want to interrupt. Marinated veggie kebabs is what you were saying.
Right. Yeah.
So when people think about grilling, it doesn't only have to be meat that you're grilling.
No,
Kara,
vegetables
right?
are great to grill. I mean, they're awesome.
Even some fruit on the grill.
Oh yeah,
works,
that's great.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
grilled peaches.
Grilled
I've had.
peaches are delicious.
Pineapple.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do watermelon, but haven't ever
Grilled
done
watermelon.
it. Yeah.
That's kind of
So,
genius.
yeah.
What can you tell folks about like tofu? Because that can be kind of tough, but you can get a lot of good flavors into tofu. Because
So, right.
as it stands, tofu is kind of bland, right? But you
yeah.
can really incorporate some good flavor into it, right?
So I'm not like today. We're going to use some tofu in the eggplant meatballs, so they'll kind of absorb some flavor.
Perfect.
I don't know that we'll be doing it with the grilled vegetables, but
Sure.
you could marinate the tofu just like
Yeah.
chunk it, the firm stuff,
Sure.
chunk it and marinate it,
Yep.
and then grill it because it will absorb the flavors.
Look at that. That's
that's
tofu
awesome.
right there.
Yeah,
it looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
And it's good for you. So plant-based cooking is Kara and Angela Woodhouse with New Paradigm Health Cookery.
Right.
Who else is going to be there today?
Well, actually, Angela won't be making it today, but
Angela!
Carol will be here.
Carol's awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
I love
So
Carol.
she's doing the eggplant meatballs.
Meatballs, cool.
And I think Nancy's doing the grilled vegetables,
Okay.
and then they always leave me to that sweet treat.
I was gonna say, all right, yeah. Why is it that
the
the
dietitian does that.
bring in the sweet? So, all right,
Well, it's in moderation,
right,
Tony.
exactly. As you would always say, everything in moderation.
Right.
So what?
So we're gonna do a
Right.
sweet cherry bar. Actually, it's really
Ooh.
simple. It's just 3 ingredients. We're gonna take
Really?
some dried
Okay.
sweet cherries and soak them a little bit in water first for a while, and then drain those and combine that with, for this one, we're going to do almonds and chia seeds and just
Okay.
kind of blend them in the food processor,
Sure.
and then kind of pat them out into bars.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's simple.
3 ingredients,
Yeah.
though. That's it?
That's awesome. Yeah,
Wow.
there's a couple other recipes we have that you can do. Ones with peanuts and hemp parts, or pistachios and coconut flakes, but they're real easy. You can
Yeah.
kind of make your own bars or bites.
So great.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, personally in the last almost 2 years I've probably missed 2 or 3 plant-based
Right,
cooking
yeah.
classes in total. I've learned an awful lot, and the big takeaway for me is you talk about plant-based, so there's no meat involved, right?
Right.
But there's never a sacrifice in flavor or texture, and if anything, I've learned how to incorporate different plant-based products that we carry in the store, and I think that's part of it, right? It's
Right.
one thing to talk about going plant-based, or for people that are trying to incorporate more fruits or vegetables and then not have the product. But everything that is done in plant-based cooking, you could literally get done with a class.
Right, and purchase, yeah.
And purchase it because you have all the ingredients. So that's part of it, right? Is having that selection here.
Yeah, I think
in the
it's
store.
great. Oh, there's Nancy.
There's Nancy.
I love Nancy.
Now, retired Hy-Vee
Right.
dietitian Nancy Dew, who is, when we say retired, she's,
Yeah.
she's still busy.
Right,
But isn't
she's
that
very
nice to
busy.
have all that product, that healthy product in the store, right?
Well, and it's great, and just get to see how you can put it together. And
Sure.
like Angela eats plant-based, and Carol Swayze is a vegetarian as well. And
Yeah.
Nancy and myself were not, but
Sure.
it's like we love to incorporate all those ingredients and flavors into the dishes. So
It's awesome. That's a pick from a couple of years ago, right
yeah.
there, with the plant-based and talking about blue zones. And was that where plant-based cooking was kind of born? Was part of the blue zones, or
right,
what's the
that's-
history
Yeah,
on
so
it?
that group has been going
Yeah.
on for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think before I even started, and I've been here almost 5 years. So it started
Wow.
out of the blue zones.
Yeah.
And it's just been one of the ones that have consistently
That is
maintained.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a dietitian, so you get to do a lot of fun stuff with your job, and one of the things is you can help people navigate the store. And we've talked about this, making healthy options, looking for alternatives. We're in July, it's the 25th of July. Are there different things that come in, whether it's some of the homegrown stuff or just do you tend to gravitate more towards any different types of fruits or vegetables into July? I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Like
So
as far
cherries
as,
were big in July,
Sure.
and then there's always the melons and
Right.
and that. I just love to eat all the different fresh produce because in the
Sure.
summer, you get the peaches and the plums and the nectarines and the cherries and the melons,
So
and
good, isn't
that's
it?
great because
Yeah.
in the winter, then it's kind of the apples and the pears and the oranges and some of that stuff.
Not
But,
a lot
yeah.
of cherries in the winter, which is
No,
unfortunate.
but
right?
they're delicious
Yeah.
and they're good for you. So I just like to during the season take advantage of the different things that come in.
I was telling a coworker of ours
Oh, and the
here in
corn
the
too,
store, and
right?
the corn is awesome. I was telling a coworker yesterday, I was talking about blueberries and
Oh, blueberries,
how
yeah.
much I love blueberries, and he said the same thing. He's like, I love blueberries, and I said, well, it's a brain food. It's like literally good for your brain. And he's like, I had no idea. And I was like, well, I'm not an expert.
Right, but it's so full of
it's-
antioxidants
right.
and fiber, and it's such a great food. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, incorporating blueberries is great.
And maybe
Year-round.
people don't- right, that's the thing. Like maybe people don't understand that can be, maybe you don't look at a blueberry and go, "Wow, is it that good for me?" And the answer is yes. I mean,
Yes.
in the same regard with like an avocado.
Oh,
And
yeah.
a healthy, good fat. And sometimes you hear the word healthy and fat together, and maybe it doesn't. It sounds weird saying it, but.
Right.
I mean, that's what it's all about. A friend of mine, who and I won't name, doctor basically told this friend the other day, hey, A1C level a little spiked. And the comment that the friend made to me was, I guess I got to work out more. And I said, sure.
Right.
But also, like, tweak a couple of small things in your diet.
Right.
And that'll almost do more. And I'm not here to, I'm certainly not an expert again, but if you really can adjust a couple of things in your diet and then add, yes, a little bit of
Exercise.
moving
right.
around,
Right.
every day. But I mean, that's really it, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. People don't tend to think of food as
Right.
as
Fuel.
fuel and
Yeah.
and actually it's it's the first choice of really how you can help your body get everything it needs, and,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and you can really make a big difference with your health concerns with your diet.
So I wonder, if we stay with that example of the friend with the elevated A1C, you help people, you've been able to check A1C levels for folks. What's something that friend could do, or someone at home that maybe is watching the A1C or looking to make adjustments? Is it really about maybe cutting out some processed sugars, or what
Right.
would you
So,
advise?
carbohydrates kind of get a bad name. So
Sure.
with diabetes and A1C, it is all about watching your carbohydrates.
Gotcha.
But, fruits and vegetables are carbohydrates, which are healthy carbohydrates, whole grains, and, those are important to incorporate in your diet, of course, with
Sure.
your lean protein and things like that. But, watching some of that processed food, trying to eat whole foods, getting plenty of fiber in your diet, and, cutting out some of the carbohydrates kind of get a bad rap, but really
Sure.
the majority of our fuel is carbohydrate.
Correct.
So when we talk about some of those other carbohydrates, we're talking more like the cakes and the cookies and the crackers and an overload of pasta and things like that.
Why
Carbohydrates.
they gotta call pizza junk food, by the way?
I
Come
love.
on, man.
Okay, truth be told, I love pizza. So make it a thin crust vegetable pizza, and hey, you can
Kara,
always adapt.
Kara, we both spent time in the Chicago area, I believe.
I know,
and
deep
you're
dish,
going
oh, yeah.
thin crust vegetable?
Well, you can throw in the deep dish here and there, right?
Very sporadically.
Yeah,
With the we have some deep dish pizza here, and it's like...
But our Toscano is delicious. I mean,
yes.
I love the vegetable
or cauliflower
Toscana.
crust is an option, right?
Right.
So I think, but that's just important, and people need to understand that, like, whether it's an elevated A1C or someone like me that went on a big lifestyle diet change, I just think whatever it is, I just got paid
Yes,
to the
I know.
Market
I'm
Grill,
like,
which is awesome. It can be done, right? And people shouldn't feel discouraged
No.
wherever they find themselves at. I mean, I was 34 when I started the diet and lost a lot of weight. But, and for me, I didn't like go to the gym every day.
No.
I changed my diet.
Right.
And that was the one thing that I hadn't tried. In all the years, I thought I needed to go to the gym more, but I was still eating crap, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Right.
So that's what it is. It really is about what are you putting in.
Right. And then you change, you're feeling better, and you walk more and move more.
Yes, right.
And
you are
really,
able to
it's
get
just
around
one
more.
step at a time. I think
Sure.
people get overwhelmed. But instead of looking at it as the diet, I always tell people, let's just make some changes that will be lifestyle changes that you can live with.
Absolutely.
Because
yeah.
that's long-term what you want. You don't want to have something and think, oh, I'm never going to eat this again. That's not how you look
just
at
it.
it.
I mean, I lost 105 pounds. I probably picked up 30 back, right? But I'm still 70-ish pounds lighter than I was a year ago.
Right, and that's awesome.
Yeah, and that is awesome. But then in the same token, same time, whatever you want to say, I haven't sacrificed the occasional, deep dish pizza
Right.
or the
And I
sweet
think,
treat.
though,
But it is, like you
right.
always say, it is in moderation.
Right.
And I'm addicted to sugar. So that, for me, that's the biggest thing, is I need to avoid overly sweet things
Right.
because I have this impulse.
Then it just triggers more.
Oh,
Yeah.
does it ever, Kara? It's a slippery slope. Like, some people would tell you they pop something savory like Chesapeake crackers or whatever,
Right.
and they get the urge to eat the whole thing. I don't
Right.
have that.
This is the sweet one.
I see a king-size Snickers, and it's just going, hey, boo, and I'm like, stop it, king-size Snickers. And it's like, are you sure? And then it starts batting its eyelashes
Yeah.
at me. And I love a king-size Snickers. But what I'm saying is everything in moderation, and making those small adjustments along the way. It doesn't have to be, a total cold turkey, whatever.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a drastic decision.
Well, and I think, like in your case, you learned along the way. So, okay, you picked up a few pounds, but you haven't gone back to what you were
Correct.
doing because
No.
you've learned how
Yeah.
to incorporate healthier options into your diet, and that's
Yeah.
become a part of your lifestyle now.
Well, also, Kara, I didn't want to lose too much weight because I still need to be a plus-size model. And the last thing I
Of
want
course.
to do is lose all my contracts with Big and Tall
Big and Tall,
monthly.
right,
I
yeah.
can't just be tall. I have to be a little big. I mean, the folks at home would be mad at me if I was...
They'd be like, Tony, what happened to you?
You got too thin. But isn't that funny? Because that was something that I heard was, at one point when I was at that like 105 pound mark loss, somebody did say, like, do you feel like you've lost too much weight? And the answer is no, because I was morbidly obese when I started. So it's all progress. And I think that just harkens back to think before you speak, right? I mean, it's one of those things. It's easy to forget to think before you speak.
Right.
But for people that are working to make these changes, you want to be supportive for sure.
Right.
And I've also had people say, it looks like you've put some weight back on. And it's like, yeah, you know what? I have. But I also know if, for instance, with me with the keto diet, right? So if, let's just say this coming Monday, I reset the clock to 0 and I went full bore keto, by Friday I would lose 15 pounds, no problem.
Right, for
I can
you,
do
that's
it. It is
true.
flipping a switch with me. I can cut everything out. And again, I have the Starbucks drink. There's no sugar in here. It's high fat. But it doesn't need to be that way for people. It is about, like you said, just incorporating some changes, and you'll see a difference. You really
Right.
will, especially.
And you'll feel better, right, Tony?
Oh, I felt so much clarity when I broke the sugar fog.
Yeah.
Kara literally came on to talk about plant-based cooking, but it's hard to not talk about all this stuff with
Right.
you here because it's nice having a dietitian in the store. And by the way,
Right.
everything that Kara and I have talked about, you can have a conversation. You can walk the store. I called you yesterday.
Right.
You were in a consultation with the customers. It's great. Myriad of services that Kara can provide, and we're happy to have you here. Plant-based cooking is coming up at noon today. Seems like it'll happen again in August.
Yep, it will. Don't know the date yet,
Okay.
but it will.
Stay tuned to the Facebook page for sure. This
Right.
is today, noon, Club Room. check out some eggplant meatballs. What?
Right.
Eggplant meatballs, marinated veggie kebabs, perhaps some tofu, no registration necessary. Don't be intimidated by the time. Show up over lunch if you're, on a lunch break.
Right.
It's awesome because, as it says right there, you've got samples ready to roll at 12:40.
And actually, you get enough for lunch. So it's not just those little bites, a couple and you go, but you really can make it a lunch. So it's a great opportunity to try new things.
Should we tweak the name of we're calling them eggplant meatballs, but there's no meat.
Well, that's true, isn't
right?
it? Yeah.
So, but it's like an eggplant ball sounds
yeah,
weird.
I know. So what to call it? Well, you'd work on that, Tony.
I don't want to work. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Eggplant bites? I'm not sure.
don't
I
know.
love eggplant. It's got a lot of flavor. I'm just thinking it says eggplant meatballs,
I know.
but there's
it's
no
not meat, right?
Yeah, but they will taste good. I'll tell you that.
That's like that whole thing, almond milk and coconut
Right.
milk. Let's not go down there, right?
Where do you stand? I mentioned this because we had briefly put a picture on the screen, but there's these Beyond Meat products. Have you tried any of those?
I haven't tried the
okay,
Beyond
me neither,
Meat.
Yeah.
And then there's the Beyond Meat, but I haven't tried that yet.
We should try those.
We should.
We'll split the cost on
All
them.
right.
I know they're a little expensive. Thank you for being here. Great to see you.
Great
Kara
seeing
Zingerman,
you.
Hy-Vee dietitian, plant-based
right.
cooking, coming up at noon.
Right.
If you miss it, come back in August.
Right, yeah, exactly.
You'll come back in August, and if Angela is back for that
Right.
one, she'll come on the show as well.
Right.
Aaron,
All right.
and Angela's website, New Paradigm Health Cookery,
It's
is
awesome.
great. It's just wonderful. All right, we'll get Kara out of here. Let's go CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, and then we're going to send the cart cam towards the front of the store because there is a muffin mania. There's muffin mania.
I know.
Listen, everything
Maybe
in
we should
moderation.
have mini muffin mania.
Oh, mini muffin mania. Everything in moderation, muffin mania.
Right.
Everything in moderation, muffin mania. And then we go right to the candy after we talk to the dietitian. Again, everything in moderation. I'm saying that for myself, so I don't just go attack that candy aisle. All right, we're feeling good. So let's go right. Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam. Now, this Muffin Mania display is awesome. Hy-Vee Bakery manager Jake Hardman, he likes to go big with these displays, and this one is near the entryway by CBI Bank. And it is a whole lot of muffins. The Muffin Mania deal is great. They make so many muffins in the bakery, and you can get 2 packs of muffins. I think it's like 2 for $8 if I'm not mistaken. So that's like a really good deal, y'all. From blueberry muffins, those would be my favorite. A blueberry muffin, sign me up. Blueberry, they've got these new peach muffins that are really good. Chocolate chip muffins are awesome. A lot of good options. The comment on Facebook that we had this morning was bring back the pistachio muffins. I can't say that I've ever had those. And if it's something that we can bring back, I'll look into it for sure. So, we're always happy to take your suggestions. And if it's something that we think people want to have, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's bring it back and get you all set up. So, and they're making a ton of stuff in the bakery, so maybe it's something that they could easily do. The least I can do is ask, right? So don't miss that display and the Muffin Mania that's happening in the front of the store. It's pretty darn cool, and we'll show it to you in just a second. I should mention, to the 25th of July is National Hire a Veteran Day. It's National Hot Fudge Sundae Day, Chili Dog Day, National Intern Day, and Refreshment Day. That's a lot to cover. So here goes the Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam. I'm going to go check out that muffin display, and then we'll come back and kind of wrap up the show. I think about the experience that I had as an intern, since it is National Intern Day, and the fact that we have all these great companies in Muscatine that bring in, several interns, to say the least, from places like H&I, Hahn, Allsteel. Kent, of course, probably has their own set of interns. Bandag. MPW, they probably got interns, right? I had an internship, is it 14 years ago now? Wow. Saying that out loud makes me feel old. So 14 years ago, I had an internship summer of 2005 at a radio station in Chicago that was just great. All right, Chad, so if you can hear me, you're going to go bust a hard right. And then the Muffin Mania display is at the other entryway near the bank. It's a whole lot of muffins, everybody. Good perspective of the front of the store, that's for sure. You can see everybody working hard. Taking care of customers, right? There's Skylar checking on register 8, I guess that was. Yeah, good deal. There's that cool Go Muskies display. The CBI Super Bank, some photo bombers, and just beyond that, we've got that muffin display, everybody. So that's cool. Muffin Mania right there. Can't miss it. You come in the store, and it's, I mean, listen, ready to go, right? 2 for $8 is awesome. So blueberry, banana. Is there a banana nut muffin? There's probably got to be, right? The peach muffin is the newest one, and that's super good. Like, if you haven't tried, I mean, even if you don't like, you're not crazy about peaches, which you should be, the peach muffins from the bakery are awesome. Look at that. That is huge, everybody. That is a lot of muffins. Like, yeah. It's awesome. Maybe over like 500 4-packs or something like that. There's a lot of them in there. I would be partial to the blueberry ones, you know? Look at that. Is that the peach? Oh, man. That is great. Oh, it's kind of like a mix and match. Chocolate, blueberry, lemon poppy, and banana nut. Cool. I didn't even know that we had that. So if you, maybe you like blueberry, but you don't want to have 4 of them, you can get the variety pack. It's probably got a fancy name like that. All right, so don't miss that. Muffin Mania near the store. Check it out. And, right, I don't know how long that sale is going on for. If I had to imagine, if I had to guess, I'd say probably till next Tuesday. But don't miss out, right? They're going to be cranking out muffins in the bakery and getting them set up and ready to roll right there in the back of the store. So, okay, I mentioned Hire a Veteran Day. You know, one of the things that Hy-Vee does is employs a lot of veterans, men and women that have served their country. Hy-Vee is one of those companies that makes a point to make sure that they're hiring veterans and giving them good opportunities. And we have several veterans in the store, like my friend Scott, who's one of our bakers. He served his country. Great guy. Also a chef, which is cool. And I'm trying to think. I feel like my friend Cliff, who works for us, also served. So, yeah. And Chuck Jones, who works at our gas station, is a veteran. Pretty cool to have that. And just this past year, if I'm not mistaken, Hy-Vee as a company sent jackets to all of the veterans that are employees. And it had like the Hy-Vee logo and an American flag. It was awesome. So very cool to have that. And we encourage, of course, all companies, if you're able to hire veterans, please consider doing it. And then chili dog, you know, I don't know where I stand on a chili dog. As much as it might surprise you, I haven't had a lot of chili dogs in my life. They're kind of messy. Like, I'm never going to eat a chili dog with my hands. Are you making chili dogs today? Okay, so we're going to have chili dogs in the store, Delmer Coolers. Our friend Rose Heinck will be making chili dogs for lunch. What time are we going to have those ready? Lunchtime. 10:38. And I bet Rose's chili dogs are good, aren't they? I just think, like, if I'm going to do a chili dog, I'm going to fork and knife it because it's messy. And even if you do, like, the lean with the chili, you're going to get chili all over the place. So that's great. National Chili Dog Day. We'll get some good pictures. And we love Rose. $2.79 for a chili dog, okay? 2 for $5. Look at that. That's like a chili dog math, everybody. It's kind of like toilet paper math. And there's a picture of some chili dogs. Yeah. What's your search history look like? Chili dogs, eggplant meatballs. What are you searching for? Those look good. I like hot dogs, and I like chili. So whoever, I don't know, like, was it a happy accident? I spilled my chili on my hot dog. Oh, it's a happy accident. Like, that's probably what happened, right? Somebody was in the mood for both, and then I got a little chili on my hot dog. What should we call it? Chili dog. You're so smart. So, yeah, that's great to know. I'm glad that Delmer walked over to tell me. So 2 for $5 chili dogs at 10:38 a.m. I don't know if that's an accurate time, Delmer, but that's awesome. Get a chili dog for lunch today here at Hy-Vee. We'll get you all taken care of. Those look really good. And it is also National Refreshment Day. Shameless plug, you know, we had our friend Rob Krish with Exile Brewing Company on the show about a week and a half ago. Talked about a brand new beer from Exile called the Styrian Slayer, and we have it at Wine and Spirits. It's a New England style IPA, any IPA available. I don't know if it's for a limited time or not, but it's great. I love Exile beer. Styrian Slayer, something to check out. National Refreshment Day. It doesn't have to be beer, of course. You could have a pop. In the background, I can see that we've got some of the guys with Coca-Cola, the Atlantic Bottling Company, in the store, walking back and forth. Of course, we got that great Pepsi display. I got to kind of play it down the middle, working here with all the great refreshment options. We love you all equally, and we would be happy to take your money as a sponsor on this show. We could love you even more. Looking at you, Busch Light, 7G, Miller, the other refreshments, Contrary Brewing. All right, a couple things to mention. Right, so the Market Grill Express has a brand new menu that is going to start next week. I sent Chad a picture of cheese curds, and I know what you're thinking, Tony. You're excited about cheese curds. The answer, look at those cheese curds. All right, now listen, I've had a lot of cheese curds in my life. Those are made with the Ellsworth cheese curds from Wisconsin. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, that's the best cheese curd I've ever had right there. Even if I didn't work here, thank you, sir. Even if I didn't work here, I would tell you that those cheese curds are to die for. Holy moly. So that'll be on the new menu. I ate a lot of those yesterday. We had to take some pictures. Sample. Oh my gosh, they were so good. The Ellsworth cheese curds are the best, and wow. I don't care if those aren't healthy. Give me all of them. No. So that'll be on the menu. That's awesome. We talked about the muffin display. Shameless plug for the meat department. I got off work last night, and I had a little grocery shopping to do, and I got some steak. Look at that. Oh, my gosh, Becky, look at that steak. So those are 2 12-ounce New York strips. Put them on the grill. Unbelievable. Used the little digital thermometer. Cooked them perfectly. Little salt, little pepper. Again, I'm not breaking my arm, patting myself on the back. It's easy to grill things when you have the best meat department in Muscatine, period. Those steaks were unbelievable. 12 ounces. So I got 2 12-ounce New York strips and 2 8-ounce New York strips. And it was fantastic. Holy moly. Just great. So just know that we've always got those ready to go. All right, speaking of meat and seafood, today is the last day. The 2-day meat and seafood sale will conclude after today. A lot of opportunities for you to save, like bone-in whole pork shoulder roast at $1.49 a pound. You can't beat that price. That's awesome. Value pack country-style ribs, $1.77. Value pack pork steaks, $1.77 per pound on that. Raw, peeled, and deveined grilling shrimp. Admiral Jeremy will get you taken care of with some raw, peeled, and deveined grilling shrimp, $9.99 a pound. All you have to do is cook it. It's that easy. Seasoned salmon portions, $5.99 each. Natural blue ahi tuna steaks, put them on the grill. Easy to do and ready to go. 2-day meat and seafood sale wraps up today. Don't miss your chance to save. Stock up the deep freezer. Get all the stuff that you need and take care of yourself and the fam with the help of the Hy-Vee meat department. All right. Thursday night steak dinner. Yeah. So if you don't want to cook tonight, like I grilled the steak last night, but you know what I don't want to do tonight? I don't want to cook. I got to go to Almost Friday Fest. I want to stop at Hy-Vee and get a steak, potato, and vegetable. Every Thursday, 4 to 7, 8 ounce, 10 bucks, 12 ounce, 15 bucks. Potato, veggie. You don't have to cook it. It's all done for you. Dine in, carry out, whatever you need. Steak dinner every single Thursday right here, right now at the Muscatine and the Hy-Vee. We'll get you taken care of. That's awesome. Aisles Online, groceries from the comforts of home. You can shop like Brian Mueller does. Shop in your socks with Brian Mueller. Just download the free Aisles Online app to your phone. This is what it looks like. How do I know that? Because I took the screenshots on my iPhone. It also works on Android devices for you folks with the iPhone. With the Android, doesn't matter. The app is free and ready to go. Shop from home, have your groceries delivered or pick them up. It couldn't be easier, more convenient. Hy-Vee's been offering online shopping longer than our competitors. Our staff is friendly, they're experienced, they're knowledgeable, they're good looking. Not that matters. I mean, just listen, I'm exaggerating a little. We've been doing it longer. We're great. We love you. Download the app. Let us do your shopping. And it's fantastic. It's nice to have this. And I really... You know, the people that shop for Aisles Online, they do a really good job and they care an awful lot. And we'll go to Wapello again tonight. If you're in the Wapello area, we know that, you don't have a lot of options locally with respects to getting your groceries. You can order online and we will meet you in Wapello with your groceries. We do it Tuesdays and Thursdays, so check that out. That's pretty awesome. Pedals for pedals. So still have time, ladies and gents. Dozen Roses. Get this fly out of here. Is it like a robot fly that's a camera? It's like our competition spying on us? Is that what's going on? Get a Dozen Roses for $10 now through July 30th. as part of Petals for Petals. Every dozen roses sold portion of the proceeds donated towards helping kids get a bicycle, so that's awesome. I'm getting a little choked up. I don't like clearing my throat, but I have to, right? So until the 30th of July, dozen roses for $10. It's awesome. And then we encourage you to get out and kabloom somebody. We kabloom the police station, MCSA, the fire department, Muscom, and going to go kabloom a couple more spots today. I'll just say this. Crossroads, I'm coming for you. Can't wait to see some of my friends at Crossroads. Going to kabloom them. Love Crossroads. Wonderful people. And use the hashtag kabloom on the social media, Jeremy. You buy this dozen roses for somebody, kabloom them. They deserve it, and take care of them, right? You know, it was great seeing some folks out and about in the Hy-Vee van yesterday, kablooming, and I encourage you to do the same. And for $10, I mean, it's really easy to do just that, right? Okay. Now, do we have the Discover Muscatine ad that had the 2-day meat and seafood sale at the bottom? I think on the top of that, there would have been the $6 all-you-can-eat salad bar. Hello. So even if you're thinking to yourself, salad bar, I don't know, soup, well, for $6, all you can eat, like, that's a great deal. Because I'm the kind of person, if I get the salad bar, I want to go through at least twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go through once, but I'm going to miss something. I'm going to forgot to get, like, a certain different kind of salad or different protein that's on there, make a different salad. So for $6, that's an awesome deal. And I hope that you'll come out and check that out here at the store. That goes through next week. So perfect timing. If you're coming to town for the College Search soccer tournament or know someone that is, tell them to come to Hy-Vee, $6 salad bar. You know, they're already playing soccer, so they're trying to eat light. I get that. We know that with the College Search soccer tournament, a lot of people will be buying salad bars and then also grabbing some Starbucks. It's a good combination. I'll be using a chili corn dog. Chili dog. Woo, chili corn dog, though. What about that, Delmer? Chili corn dog. Wow. Chili on everything. I use it as cologne, quite frankly. It's how I smell so good. Yeah, 2 more things, and then we'll wrap up. I grilled last night at the house. Propane tank still in good shape, which is good news for me. But if you find yourself needing a propane tank, again, $14.99, do the old propane exchange dance at Hy-Vee Gas and swap out your propane tank for $14.99, and then go inside Hy-Vee Gas and get a fountain drink for 99 cents. I mean, you know, we're talking about with tax, like what, 16, 17 bucks, you've got a propane tank that's full and ready to go and a fountain drink. Any size, big, small, or bigger. They probably have official names, but small, medium, and large, I don't know. 99 cents, that's a great deal. And they'll get you taken care of at Hy-Vee Gas. I don't think there's anything left for me to talk about. Congratulations again to Louisa Muscatine Falcons softball. They have advanced to the state championship game. They play tomorrow, Friday, the 26th, against Assumption in Davenport, the game in Fort Dodge. I think it's at 3:30, if I'm not mistaken. Class 3A state championship. Will Louisa Muscatine win another state championship? I don't know, but they got a good team, and they are poised to defend their title. Assumption is a tough opponent. Coach Brian Butler and his crew ready to go. They've got kind of a day off today, and then they will get ready to play tomorrow in Fort Dodge for the state championship. And, of course, we recognize the wonderful season that the West Liberty Comets had, including qualifying for the state tournament for the first time ever. Coach Libby was on the show, and the West Liberty Comets. We recognize their efforts and appreciate their time. They'll be playing with a chance to win 3rd place in the state. That's a big deal. And it was a tough game yesterday when you have 2 local teams playing each other. But listen, one of them was going to win and go to the state championship, and we can acknowledge and recognize both of their efforts equally. And it's not over yet, right? I mean, West Liberty definitely wants to win that 3rd place, and we wish them nothing but the best. That is for sure. You can see it right there. So Columbus Catholic will take on West Liberty at 2:30 tomorrow for 3rd place, and then the championship game at 3:30 at the Kruger Seeds Field, pitting Davenport Assumption 40-2 on the season against Louisa Muscatine Falcons 35-4. Go Falcons. No offense to Assumption, but go Falcons. Let's win it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at my cheat sheet. I think I'm good to go. So thanks again to Dawn Sturms Dodds and Dana Miller with CBI Bank and Trust. Appreciate their time. If you're looking to buy or refinance your home, go do it because mortgage rates are at an all-time low. I don't know if they're at an all-time low. Mortgage rates are low. Listen, I'm not a lender, but mortgage rates are low. The real estate market is hot. Speaking from someone that bought and sold a house in a short period of time, I can tell you that. And CBI Bank and Trust will take excellent care of you. That's what they do every single day. Dawn said just yesterday she helped a guy refinance his house, and he's saving $187 a month on his payment. That's awesome. We appreciate their time. Thanks also to Hy-Vee dietitian Kara Zigament. Don't miss the plant-based cooking class coming up today at noon here at the Hy-Vee. Great opportunity to learn more about plant-based cooking and how to incorporate that into your diet. And of course, Muffin Mania. Muffin Mania, Kim Beckman. 2 4-packs of muffins for $8. That's a great deal. You can see it in the entryway. Kim Beckman getting ready because College Search Soccer is going to be here, and Hy-Vee runs all the concessions, and she's going to be busy. So give Kim Beckman a hug when you see her, or a crisp high five, because that's a lot of people to help out with concessions. I mean, honestly, it's whoa. And last but not least, hope to see you at Almost Friday Fest tonight. Starting at 5 o'clock along the riverfront in downtown Muscatine, I'll be handling some MC duties, making some announcements. I just said duty, so this will be fun with live music from crazy delicious vendors, food, drink, beer, wine, bounce houses, good time. Weather should cooperate. Almost Friday Fest starts at 5. It's free. No cover charge for the band, and Crazy Delicious will be a crazy good time, everybody. Oh, I'm going to have a lot of wacky puns on the stage. I might have to talk like this, too. Welcome to Almost Friday Fest. It always drove me nuts when people that worked in the radio had fake voices. I never understood it. Because you're not going to meet somebody and they're going to talk to you like this. Be yourself, right? Don't use the fake voice. That's what people always say to me. They're like, you sound the same. I'm like, yeah, this is how I talk. Like, I'm not going to put on a shtick for you. I don't have time to put on a shtick. I barely had time to shave this week, but I did that. All right, Almost Friday Fest tonight. Tomorrow's Friday. Coming in hot. Weekend here. Brooke McCullough with Team Staffing. We'll be sitting right next to yours truly. And please contact me if there's something we can do for you. Hy-Vee@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns, guest suggestions, always welcome. Reach out. We love hearing from you. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, and we appreciate you checking out this show. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota, Muscatine, and Team Staffing for their support. This is Tony Tone signing off and going to eat every single one of these muffins in one bite. One whole bite. Just need some milk. Bye, everybody.
Watching Hy-Vee today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah,
this
man.
Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.